Rockstar Hooligans. Yes, Urban Havoc right there. Killing it. And we got him on the phone with us. What's good, man?
Yo, what's going on?
Not too much. Just chilling out here, brother. Bumping these tunes. That's banging right there. I like that.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, that was the single off my upcoming album there after the show.
Pow, pow. Your upcoming album. What is the album title? Let the people know.
It's after the show. It's fully produced and co-produced by me and a friend of mine. We started working on it roughly 2 years ago, starting the production on it. Started in a basement. Now we got a decent setup going. Just been recording all that, putting shows on, getting everything, trying to do it proper, make all the proper cover artwork and all that. So we're just getting that all going right now, and dropped Rockstar Hooligans, that one there, 2 days ago on my SoundCloud, actually. So y'all can check that out, SoundCloud/urbanhavoc.com.
There you go. We get the exclusive right here.
That's it, man. That's it.
I like that. We like to break records here.
Yeah, man. No, that's it. Thanks for having me on. Didn't think you guys were going to play that, so that's good stuff.
No doubt, brother. I respect the hustle, the grind out there. You know, we got a chance to link up when I was out there just promoting the Swollen show, and you know, you seem like a really good dude, and you know, dedicated to the craft, the art. I got a chance to listen to your CD. Definitely give you props on that. It was a good listen, and you know, fun rhymes, and you definitely can tell that you're passionate about what you do, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I did my first EP back in 2012, just kind of mixtape stuff, nothing crazy. Put some decent money into it, got it all back from doing shows and moving the mixtapes. And then 2012, I did Happy to Be Here, just kind of more mixtape stuff, no official exclusives or anything like that. So I really wanted to put everything into this album, you know, and do it, like I said, do it really properly, and you know, not half go at it anymore. So just putting everything into it now, man.
That's good. But I think it's key still to do that mixtape tip, and I think it's smart and wise what you did, putting those records out to start off. A lot of artists get into the game right off the bat, and they're just like, yo, I need to, you know, what producers do you work with? I need to hit some up and get some beats, you know, and I'm just like, nah, man, you don't want to be paying producers like, you know, even $50-$100 a beat if your rhymes aren't good enough yet to like really make the record sound good to make the money back off that, right? And you want to just practice.
Yeah, that was really it, man. Like there's a classified line where he says you released a bunch of records and they're garbage. So I kind of took that and took it as a grain of salt and didn't put as much effort into them. I still put effort into them and money and time and whatnot, but nothing like it would to be, like you said, buy exclusives and all that. So I kind of just I wanted to build up a collection of music as well so people could check me out without me spending like I am the 2 years on an album. And if you're a nobody, then no one's going to wait around for it. But I said, hey, you know what? I got 2 mixtapes out. Wait for the album. If you like the mixtape stuff, you know, just kind of stick around and wait for it. So it's going pretty well, though, I think. This year was the first. Well, last year, 2013, was the first year I really, really started going at it, trying to get my name out there and do shows and all that. Like you listed a few of them. I did Ghostface, Redman, Method Man. She Glooch last year. I'm sure I'm missing a few others, but I wanted to get out there, and it's been working out pretty well so far this year. I got cats coming to me now from Belleville, from Toronto, wanting to set up in Barrie because it's a decent scene here in Barrie, man. It's kind of popped off in the last 2 years, and people are really starting to take notice. So.
Definitely, man. I was overwhelmed when I first put up that Swollen show, just seeing the response there. You know, the online tickets are doing well for that show, and just like the support from the city, from the people. I got so many people that just were calling me up like, yo, this show looks dope. I want to help out promoting it. I want to host it. I want to do this. I want to do that. You know what I mean? So it was great to see that from the city, and now that I'm starting to get to know a lot of the people out there in Barrie and kind of network a bit, I can see, you know, the scene is hungry right now.
Yeah, and that's it, man. It's a lot of love out here too, and anything back for it really does. They usually get love, but Barrie's good for pretty much anybody, man. You know, they show love. It's a good crowd, so good, man. If I guess you never performed in Barrie, though, have you?
I did do one show a while back. It was an art show that one of my graph buddies put together. Zeus One,
cool.
Shoutouts to him, and LS was there.
Yes, yeah.
And
it was probably
Jordy
DIY,
Laforte.
the Arts Collective. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I was probably actually at that.
That's pretty cool. It was just like a little kind of bar tavern type thing, but it was and small crowd and stuff, but it was fun. It was great. I'm super stoked to get a chance to like really come out and throw it down for Barrie for the Swollen show, because I know that should be pretty hype.
Yeah, it's going to be good stuff. I'll be there. I'm like we were talking before. I'm booked too close to it, so I'm not one to bite off more than I can chew. So I'm booked. We got Schizophrenic coming May 2nd in Barrie. So he's a really dope dude from Toronto. So we got him coming through, and it's a shame that I couldn't get on the bill, but I'll be there showing love, because you got a few of my boys here. You got Blockworks and Gusto and Ill Vibe on there, and Roller Gang. So that'll be good, man. That's gonna be a dope show.
Definitely, yeah. I'm stoked for it for sure. And just recently, you did the Twista show there in Barrie just a couple weeks ago, right? How was that?
Oh man, honestly, he's probably one of the dopest performers I've ever seen ever. Dude sounds identical as he does on records, so that was really cool. I grew up listening to him, so it was dope. Got to meet him, got some pictures with him on stage, off stage. He's a real funny dude. I was sitting there with him, and I'm like, yeah, we're taking pictures. I'm like, yo, can you hold the mixtape up? He's holding it, but he's got it like down on the side. I'm like, yo, hold my mixtape up. He looks at me, he's like, man, just take the goddamn picture. I'm like, he's like, I got a long night, man. I'm like, yeah, no doubt. So he was funny. He was cool. Yeah, no, it was dope, man. It was good. It was good to rock. That's actually the second biggest venue in Barrie where it was at, and every show that I was booked there, it was like bad karma or something. It was a bad omen. They all got postponed or canceled. So that was actually the first time I actually got to rock Sound Empire in Barrie. So that was good.
That's dope. Yeah, I know it's definitely one of the premier spots in Barrie as far as I've heard, and just being in and around it and checking it out, it's definitely one of the nicer spots there.
Most definitely, man.
That's cool. That's sweet. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Twister myself. I would have loved to come out there and check it. He's just sick with it. His fast flow and the tracks that he's done. Overnight Celebrity was probably a joint that I bumped like 100 times over. When it came out. Just again and again and again. I was like, this is incredible.
He put Slow Jams came on with. Is it Jamie Foxx, him and Kanye? Oh, man. I was dancing like a kid at a Justin Bieber concert. Man, I was loving my life. No, it was dope, though, man. He was a real cool dude.
It's crazy how tracks like that can just bring you right back, man. To when you first heard it.
Like I was 12, 13 again, dude. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. I love that stuff. And it brings me back with my friends, I just think about, what I was doing, who I was hanging out with, and when I listen to those records from back in the day, it literally transports me back, and I can picture myself just back in high school, listening to these records and falling in love with hip hop, man. Yeah, no, that's it. I was there with my buddies, and he was just blown away. He's like, man, as if we used to listen to this guy. He's like, now you're opening for him. I was like, I know, it's crazy. And then we had a moment when he was on stage, and I just looked over at him, he looked over at me, and it was just kind of we both shook our heads and was like, I know, man, it's crazy. Never thought that hip hop would take us this far. No, it's cool. It's some people might not think much of it, but you know what? That's really why I think we do this at the end of the day. Yeah, it's a big deal for us to be able to, do these shows with the people that we grew up listening to, man.
Yeah, man.
It's unbelievable. It's an honor, and then getting to watch them perform even, and being around them and seeing them in their element. Performance is so different than hearing the record. You know what I mean?
For sure.
When you get to really see an artist perform, you get to see everything that they meant that record to do. You get to see it right in front of you. You know what I mean?
And that was it. He just completely on stage. You could just you were there when he was writing it again. You know what I mean? And he just brought it 100% of the energy he had when he wrote it. So it was really good, man. It was a blast. I got another show coming up at Sound Empire, but I haven't gotten the go-ahead to to promote it yet, but I can promise you it's a big show. So look out for that in late May. That's coming.
Pow, pow. Look out. Look out.
Yeah, man. What else do I got? I got June 21st will be the official release of my album. So we got that going on, too. I'm doing that Fox Lounge where you guys are holding the Swollen show. I'll be doing the release party. Hopefully I'll have a video, actually, to do there, too. They got a 16-foot big screen inside the club, so just a heads up if you got a video or something going on there, too.
Yeah, no, they were saying that. That I need to see if I can put something together like that. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure that we might move the Swollen to the Sound just because it's on a Monday and it's going to be open. If we have lots more people, we'll just move it to the Sound Empire. But we'll see.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, they're cool like that. There's no problems like that. So the clubs are good. They work together really well. So.
For sure, but yeah, that's dope. So June 21st, then your album's out. Where can people go and check it out online?
I'm still up in the air. I'm probably gonna go with iTunes, make it easier for everybody. But it'll probably be up on my Bandcamp and all that within time. But yeah, June 21st, the first day of summer actually. So it's a Saturday. It'll be good. It's gonna be good times. I'm releasing the video for the Rockstar Hooligans track that you just played. I'll hopefully be releasing that video that night, so it'll be good.
Nice. How is it already shot?
No, we're in talks right now. I'm talking with Ill Vibe. He actually held a contest. Whoever sent him the coolest video concept, he would give them a free video. So I sent in the concept with about probably 30 or 40 other artists, I'd say, and came out on top, won the contest. So that helps the budget on the album.
Definitely, man. That's dope. That's real cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Congratulations. That's big. And I'm excited to see what the visuals are going to look like with that idea.
Yeah, well, with the whole showed up in a cab, turns out it was a cop car. The whole concept is going to be me and my cousin. Actually, that's my cousin on the record there, Adam Walsh. Whole concept's going to be running from the cops and then inevitably getting caught at the end. So it's going to be good stuff.
That's good. That's probably something that a lot of us can relate with because I
I hope so. That was the idea.
Yeah, there's a few times I've had to run from the cops.
Yeah, and
happens.
Everyone's like, "Oh, why do you get caught at the end?" And I was like, just to make it a little more marketable for the mainstream. I think it'll be a better idea if we get caught at the end. So we talked about that, and yeah, we worked that out. So
I don't know. And now you gave it away. You gave the spoiler alert. You got to give the spoiler alert before you drop that.
You can tell throughout the video it's kind of happening. So no, it's gonna be good. Yeah.
That's jokes. That's cool though, man. It's fun to come up with, interesting videos and not just the same old, let's set up 3 spots to shoot at and just kind of set the camera up and we'll just rap in front of it, that'll be cool.
Yeah, like every videographer, photographer I work with, they always tell me I'm an easy guy to work with because I'll come in with storyboards. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what angles I want. I know this. I know that. And some people might find that hard to work with, but I'm an easy guy to work with. Like I take in everyone's consideration, but I pretty much know what I want going into everything I'm doing. I plan everything out, so I find everyone finds it's a pretty productive way to go about things.
Yeah, definitely. No, I like taking that approach as well, man. You have a better feeling of like what you're going to be able to get out at the end of it when you have a good, route with it. And it's like, why would you go, you're not going to, okay, let's just, for example, let's drive to none of it. Okay. You're not just going to jump in your vehicle and be like, okay, let's drive to none of it and just go. You know what I mean? You're obviously going to plan that route out a little bit. Okay. You're going to figure out where you're going to go. You're going to have the right amount of clothes with you and heavy jackets and stuff. Cause when you get out, you're going to freeze. Okay. And you know what I mean? You got to be prepared for this kind of stuff. So anything that you're going to do in life, whatever it is, make sure you prep at least a little bit and do your homework, Yeah.
And people can pretty much tell right away when someone walked in and threw it together and didn't really plan it or do anything. So it's kind of obvious, especially to people within the industry. But if you have just consumers and fans noticing that it's just half all thrown together and whatnot, then you'll get called out pretty quick on that in hip hop, I think.
Big time, especially when it comes to like running events and shows and stuff like that. You know, the people that take the time prior to the event happening, really, you know, doing all the things that are necessary to make it a successful event and stuff, and showing up and being there on time, and, you know, doing all the necessary things that are involved with running an event. You know, it's crucial. And you can see the people that put on, the ones that don't really have that mentality to really follow through on everything and take their time and care with the prior planning, right? And that's crucial.
It's all the little things that add up to the bigger picture. So I 100% agree. You can tell who puts in the time and who doesn't, and you know what? In 5 years, we'll see who's where. You know.
That is very true. You always see the weeds get weeded out.
That's it, man. It's all a matter of time.
Yes, but weed is good, so that's another thing to consider. It's just what type that you want, right? We don't want the bad weeds. We want the good weeds. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Word. All right, so you're out in Barrie. What's it like kind of being in that scene? Because I know it's really similar, actually, in a lot of ways to Guelph. I feel like just that the scene is early. There's, you know, it's bubbling. It's not like fully established yet, but it's getting there. You know what I mean? And what's it like kind of being a part of watching, you know, your city grow as a hip hop city and being able to be a part of that scene?
Well, it's cool because I work with Absent Minded, who pretty much started. I don't want to say started and step on toes, but I'm going to say it. He started the hip hop scene in Barrie probably about 10, maybe 15 years ago. He had brought in Classified for $300, and they played in a pool hall. Like, I'm talking like this. That's how long ago this was. $300 for Classified for the night. So he did that. Obviously, I wasn't around for that, but back in 2008, I joined my brother and my cousin on stage opening for Classified. So it's been cool to see it in the past, what is that, six years? Yeah, in the past 6 years, it's been cool to see it progress, and it has changed a little bit. It's become more now. Actually, I think the only thing that's changed is outside promoters coming in and setting up shows, opposed to just Barrie promoters setting up everything. So we got guys, like I said, we got guys coming in from Belleville and Toronto now, and you from Guelph. So it's just evolving past what it was, say, 5 years ago. There wasn't anyone else really setting anything up around here.
Mm-hmm. For sure. No, it's good. It's good to see that. It's good to see people starting to recognize a good market there for hip hop shows. And I think that's key, because once you start having successful events, and I'm even seeing this here in Guelph now, because we had nothing really going on 3 years ago, and now just off of the last events that have been going on here, more, you know, promoters and artists and agencies and everything have been seeking Guelph out as a spot to come and play and to build.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a big college town also, so there's definitely a big open market there for really any kind of genre of music. I found dance music and electronic is really big right now in Barrie, and I'm assuming everywhere. But it's just I can't say much on the similarities because I've honestly never even been to Guelph. But I plan on coming through. I want to set up my tour after June 21st. It kicks off. So hopefully, like I said, we'll be in talks of setting something up, and I can come out there and check it out.
Most definitely, man. That's what I love doing, helping provide a platform for people like yourself to come out and get showcased in front of the people of Guelph. So we'll definitely make that happen for sure.
Good stuff. You get a foothold anywhere else, or?
I got footholds, bro. Just hit me with the information.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we'll discuss it offline. And it's pop. No, I know. I've seen you. You get on a lot of tours around Canada. So that's kind of my next goal. Like you were saying to me when we hung out, I was where you are a year or so ago. So that was really cool. That's something to aspire to, knowing that it'll eventually pay off with tours and whatnot.
100%. That's what I keep telling people, is just stay consistent and follow through on the dream. You know what I mean? Like, don't give up. It's so, like, people don't understand the importance of work ethic. And I'm telling everybody out there, as long as you just work at it, like, really hard, and you want it, like, a lot, and you love doing it, that's the three things, then you're set pretty much. You know what I mean? All you got to do is follow through on that. Just don't sit back and don't get lazy.
I find people might get discouraged because, like, say if because hip hop's tough sometimes, man. Like, some people aren't into showing love to everybody, or like up and comers who might not have. You got to prove yourself. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
Everyone who doesn't get 2,000, 3,000 views on their first video or whatever, and they expect people to listen just because. You know what I mean?
I've seen that happen.
Common courtesy to somebody else, so they might get discouraged and stop. But it's just like there's so many outlets now. So I find people who have trouble drawing for shows or whatnot, like they can't sell tickets or whatnot, and they're using Facebook as their main outlet. And it's just like, man, there's so many outlets to get out there. You got to actually get out there and. Be out there at the events. Like, I'll be at the Swollen show. I'm not performing, but I'll be there. You know what I mean? It's support. You show support, you get support. But at the same time, you do have to back it with skills, and you will be where you are according to those skills and according to that support that you show. And it's all relative. You know what I mean? You get what you give, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But for the most part, I think everyone's in it to help each other, so it's pretty cool.
Definitely, man. Hip-hop is a great community, especially here in Canada. And I know what you mean by, you know, some people there don't want to show support and want to hate and don't help out the younger cats coming in, and you really do need to prove yourself. So, you know, that there is that aspect of it. But at the same time, there's other people that are out there that are just like, you know, really welcome, open arms to anybody, anywhere. You know, if you're an MC, you know, I'll show you the skills and help you kind of like, you know, get some knowledge on the industry so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did when I was on the come up and stuff. And that's slowly happening, I think, in Canada, and just with the community of hip hop. And it's great to see like all the different artists out there just working and doing their part to, like, you know, contribute and make this thing a bigger thing, because we all recognize the fact that the industry right now, it's slim pickings. You know, there's a small piece of the pie. I think somebody put a tweet out the other day that was like Canada represented 2% of the world's music sales last year. Jeez. It's a pretty small piece of the pie, you know what I mean? So all the money that's out there, Canada's not really getting a lot of it. And as far as hip hop artists really blowing up and getting a lot of money, it's you know, few and far in between, because it's just there's not an industry for it. And everybody always talks about this, you know, why some artists didn't blow up here in Canada that had like hit singles and could have done really well, and we feel like it's because there wasn't a good support system built and up for them to be able to tour and do shows and stuff like that. It's like it's interesting to see Canada grow, you know what I mean, because we're such a brand new hip hop scene, and just hip hop in general, watching it grow and just taking it down from like as a country to like just provinces to small cities like ourselves, like Guelph and Barrie, and seeing like the development of the hip hop scenes everywhere, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's funny who does well and who doesn't do well, and then you hear of guys blowing up in Finland, or you know, Snow was big in Asia and stuff like that. And it's just, you know, there's different markets for it, and you never know where you're going to be popular. So that's why I think the internet's a really, really cool thing for hip hop right now. I have guys from Sweden and all that telling me they want to work together, and that they think I'm marketable out there. So it's just, you never really know who's going to be feeling your stuff. So gotta just keep pushing.
Definitely. The internet has opened up so many doors, people. If you're an artist out there and you're making music, like, you can't just be making music for your friends on the block anymore. Like, when you put that track out, it's getting out there to everybody, you know what I mean? And you can't hit up that person in Sweden and get that communication line going. And, you know, people can start hearing about you in all different countries. And especially, like what you were saying, you don't know what country's going to embrace you. And there's some people I just listening to some podcasts I listen to, like, there's some comedians that, you know, they're super big in Australia. They're American comedians, don't do too well in America, but go over to Australia and make a killing. They're just booked there like 6 months out of the year, always doing gigs, right? Because they love them in Australia for some reason, right? And just, you never know where you're gonna really get latched onto, and what place you're gonna fall in love with too in the world. Like, I don't know, for yourself, I think, like, I'm always thinking about, just, is Guelph like where I'm going to be for the rest of my life? I don't know, you know? Like, I kind of think I might want to live somewhere else in the world. What do you feel? Do you think Barrie's going to be, you know, your spot for the rest of your life, or you want to kind of get out of the, you know, hometown?
Well, as of this year, I was totally dead set on moving to Toronto, and but with, like I said, with this sudden boom of hip-hop in Barrie, with all these promoters coming in and out of town, what's the point, really? Like, you know what I mean? And we got Twista coming through. We got Redman coming through. We got Method Man coming through, you know what I mean? We got all these guys that do stop in Barrie. So why move to Toronto, you know what I mean? I can still get out there. I'm only an hour away. So, you know, I can get out there. I can build a fan base there still, and do shows there. And, you know, Barrie's cool. It's kind of a hub in the middle of a little bit of everywhere. You know, it's not too far north, so we can still make it out to all these events and all that. So,
yeah, no, you're definitely in a good spot up there. It's good. And I think a lot of artists have this perception. I remember when I was, you know, first rapping and stuff, and seeing a few of my friends like, oh yeah, we're going to move to Toronto, to the big city, you know, and have so much more opportunities doing shows and doing this and that. And like, I even felt the pressure myself. Like, I'm just, whoa, like, should I be moving to Toronto too? Like, everyone else is going to Toronto. Like, is that like the spot? That's the move? Like, when I become a rapper, I should just move to the city where there's like a bunch of other rappers? Like, that's the move? No. And then I just recently, in the last few years, like, same thing, I've embraced, like, wow, Guelph is popping right now. There's a lot of shows happening, and I've been able to create something really, really cool here. So I think I'm going to just stick it out here and see what happens for me here in Guelph. And I don't have that pressure anymore to live in Toronto. Yeah,
and that's the thing. It was the same with me. I'm born and raised in Barrie, so it's cool to build something in my hometown that might even outlast me. So that even just knowing that is really cool. So I'm not pressured to go anywhere. I do want to go places, but I think at the end of the day, I'll rest my head in Barrie for a while.
Word, I feel you on that tip. Definitely, I'm going to be just chilling here in Guelph, holding it down at the CFRU. Yes, most definitely. Hit me up about that tour schedule, and we'll see what we can make happen here in Guelph.
Yeah, man, that would be wicked.
Word up, brother. Word up. Yes, Urban Havoc from Barrie. Got your new album coming out after the show, right?
Yes, sir.
After the show, it's dropping at June 21st. Are you out on Twitter and Facebook, all that good stuff?
You know, I don't use Twitter. You can catch me, facebook.com/Urban Havoc. If you want to peep that new single that was just on the air here, that's Rockstar Hooligans featuring Adam Wallace, produced by myself and my co-producer, Balint. You can peep that on my SoundCloud. That's soundcloud.com/Urban Havoc. Yeah, everything's Urban Havoc. YouTube, Instagram, if you want to follow me. I got a cute dog, and I post pictures of me rapping, so that's... What else can you really ask for, man?
Word up. Where'd you get the name from, Urban Havoc?
You know, I was rapping when I was 11, 12, with my brother and my cousin. So I wrote a song called Urban Havoc. I can't even remember what I called myself back then. But the name, or the track, I loved it. It was my best track. And then the name just kind of stuck. I was going to change it last year, predating the album, and with all the upcoming stuff, if I was going to change my name, the first album would be the time to do it. Dipped into a few names, Really, the only reason I wanted to change it was because I was told Urban Havoc wasn't marketable, which is true in a sense. If record exec got Urban Havoc CD and it's some skinny white kid from Barrie, it might be perceived as kind of fake or whatever. But inside my music, I don't boast or exaggerate about anything in it. So everything is 100% true in my line. So I just kind of stuck with it, and you know what? I don't regret not changing it or anything, so I think we'll stick with it.
That's cool, man. I like that. Own it, man.
That's
100%.
It, man. And after, 10 years, it was like all my homies were like, Havoc, call me Urban and stuff. And then I'm like, I can't change it, man. Like, they'll still be calling me that just by habit. So I stuck with it, man, and I'm not looking back now, so it's cool.
It's crazy how much, like, you don't even think about it, like how a name is with an artist, how, finding it and then just having your own like personal battle with your name. Like, should I change it? Having that discussion and stuff, you're just like, what? Cause I've had it too, man. Like, I've been Robbie G since I started, and I just kind of like went with it. And I've gone through, different phases throughout my career where I've been like, I wonder if I should like be called something else, or maybe Robbie G's exactly not marketable or whatnot. People are going to think G. And I've had people ask me like, oh, what? So you're G? Like, does that mean you're like gangster and stuff, right? And I'm like, no, like my last name's Gruenbauer, it's like the first initial for my last name, bro. G. And then, okay, sorry, so okay. Yeah, right. And it's just like, no, I'm not trying to front like I'm a gangster, right? It's just my name. Yeah. But like some people just catch that perception, right? And I've always thought, I'm like, I wonder if my name's like a crutch or holding me back. And then I'm just like, no, like own that. Like that's me. Yeah. That's who I am. Like that's run with it, right? Like, so, but I think even just hearing interviews with other artists, and when they get asked that question, like, where did the name come from? I hear them talk about, things like that, like how they went through a phase where they're like thinking about different names, or somebody else gave them a couple names, or this rapper said, oh, you should call yourself this or something like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I always like hearing those background stories, and then hearing them say exactly what you said, just like, I'm just going to stick with it. I'm going to own that.
Well, at a certain point, too, it's just like after 10 years, it's like, really? It's like you've come this far. So I couldn't even imagine saying anything else. I'd probably end up just yelling my old name on stage anyway. So
Word up. Well, I'm going to jump into another one of your joints here. We've got Hometown geared up and lined up. Give a shout out to the 705, Mr. 705.
Yeah, that's me and my older brother, actually. All in our small story is my older brother. So yeah, bump that. That's Hometown, man. There's a few lines that are strictly about Barrie, so that's where it is.
Word up, man. Well, it was great talking with you. We'll definitely have to connect again, and looking forward to catching up with you when I get out there for the Swole Member Show on the 5th of May there, and we'll definitely be seeing you build throughout the industry, and I'll keep your records playing on the radio here, brother.
Much respect, dude. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
For sure.